So, if you haven't heard about Anchor, I got to tell you, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. So, we'll go through the things. One, it's free, like totally free. There's a ton of creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or your computer if you prefer it that way. Anchor is then going to distribute your podcast for you so you can hear it on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and a ton more. And you can even make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. So if you have 10 folks that listen to you every couple of weeks, great. If you've got 1,000, awesome. Either way, you're going to make money. And it's got everything you need to make a podcast in one easy-to-use place. So download the free Anchor app or go to Anchor.fm to get started today. Welcome back to another episode of the Mythic Giraffe podcast. I'm Chris.
And I'm Ron. And I'm cold again.
Yeah, stupid Smarch weather.
Stupid Smarch weather.
Although there was pollen on my vehicle today.
Oh.
Pollen. But it's like 45 degrees, windy, but pollen. Yeah.
All the people in Maryland freaking out about the pollen. You know, saying it was a terrorist plot to...
Oh my gosh. Well, I've been watching the videos on the Facebook.
Right.
When Dispatch said that, I was like, oh, you've got to be kidding me.
Yeah. That's just...
Yeah.
For a place that gets pollen every year.
Yeah.
And I get it. It's unseasonable pollen. But that's because it was 80 degrees 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. The poor plants have no idea what they should be doing right now.
Trees are like freaking the hell out.
Yeah.
But
at least it's, nice and windy outside, so you can enjoy the blustery cold. God, that's stupid.
The other day, we were at work, Saturday.
Yeah.
It was so windy that I turned my back to the wind, and it felt like my lower legs were being sandblasted.
Oh my gosh.
Because it was just pushing gravel against my legs at such a high speed.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's annoying.
It's fun. Yeah.
Yeah. It's been really windy this year, feels like.
Yeah. And I don't get it. You said maybe the trees are sneezing more. I don't.
Causing more wind.
But then in the summertime, when it's going to be hot as balls, we're going to get no wind.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it'll be like the reverse
humidity's around 170% as it gets to on the shore. There'll be no wind.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and look, I'm not asking for a gale during the summer, but a gentle breeze. To actually wick the sweat off my skin instead of it just sitting there and letting me ferment.
That's a fair point. I have to go out and buy some new bike wear because I pulled mine out because I wash mine all the time. But even just last year, I just rode it so much, it stinks.
Yeah,
like sweat.
Yeah, and that's why I found some of those shirts that are like, oh, they're antimicrobial. They are for a little bit, and then after that, it's like they actually grow stuff.
Yeah,
it's a smell.
And you can't once it starts to smell like that, you're not winning that fight.
No,
throw it away.
Soak it in Febreze.
Soak it in Febreze. Ooh, what's that smell? Ooh, Febreze and sweat.
I don't understand how Febreze works.
I mean, it's just an odorant, right?
But it's supposed to like trap and.
Oh, I think that's all bullshit.
Is it?
I think it's just an odorant.
But the advertisements make it look so magical.
Yeah. I mean, it's got to just be an odorant. It can't be anything else. Because the smell's caused by microbes. It's got no antimicrobial activities.
But if you watch the commercial, it's a little bubble that sucks it up.
Yeah, well, there's also commercials with talking candies. They're not really talking candies. No. You don't open a bag of M&Ms and they don't start screaming at you.
Oh my God, that'd be terrifying. You reach your hand in.
Oh my God, it's coming!
It got Carl!
Yeah. And there's no, I hate to break this to you, there's not a left or a right Twix factory.
It's all the same factory?
It's all the same factory.
Oh, 2 separate conveyor belts, though.
Yes, if that's what makes you feel good.
Okay, all right. That does make me feel good. Yeah.
So, did you get your Jeep all
Oh God, no.
driven? What
No.
was it for the emissions thing that you had to recycle?
Yeah, so it has to go through emissions. It passed everything except, of course, I missed the rear brake light. So I had to go do the rear brake light, and he's like, and your emission test failed, but has it been sitting for a while? I was like, yeah, it's been sitting for a couple months. I haven't really driven it because usually it's our winter vehicle, but it hasn't really been winter.
Right.
So he's like, well, here's what you do. He gives me this thing, and it's like this generic instructions how to reset the OBDI or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like, drive at 50 miles an hour for 6 minutes, then coast to a stop, then drive at 30 miles an hour for whatever. And I'm like, what? Is there a racetrack somewhere that I can do this at?
You should have gone down to Dover.
Yeah, I don't know what to do. So I just drove it around town and like tried to get it up to speed, and then drive it through the city, and just kind of drove it around for a couple hours. Come back, went through inspection again. But he's like, nope, hasn't gone through. I'd only done like 25 miles or something.
Yeah.
She's like, you need to do probably 50 to 100.
Whoa.
Yeah. So I drove it around. Now, by the way, I'm on expired tags at this point.
Oh, nice.
Because that's why I had to get it inspected. So
you have a little note from the inspection station. I am doing this so I can pass.
Well, that's I'm like, if a cop pulls me over, I'm going to be like, here's paperwork 1, 2, and 3 of me trying to get this thing for inspection.
Yeah.
So then they go through Friday, and she's like, oh, still failed. You just got to get to 50 to 100. So I drove around all weekend.
Yeah.
As much as I could because I was at work Saturday. But then, like, took it on errands. Then drove around today. Got there. Went through inspection. The guy's like, nope, still fails.
What?
Go on, the internet. He's just like, this at this point, he's just like, just go on Google and do whatever it says on Google. So I did that, which again was like, drive at 40 miles an hour for 6 to 8 minutes. And I'm like, where in Delaware can I find? And then it's like, idle the car.
I told you to do it on Route 1.
Right. And then it's idle the car for 3 minutes, and then drive at 20 miles an hour for 2 minutes, and then turn off the car for 10 minutes.
Where is this magical place you're supposed to do this?
I don't know. That's what I'm like. I need a racetrack or something.
Yeah.
I don't know where to do this at. So that's where I'm at right now. My brother says sometimes you just got to run the gas through it. They got old gas and it's messing with the connections.
Yeah. You could pour a bottle of rubbing alcohol in it.
Yeah, that'll work.
They'll clean it out.
Yeah. Other people say you should like reset the whole thing by like hooking the battery up to the ground, like putting the positive to the ground, which seems like a real bad plan.
That's how you start a fire.
Right. And then undoing that and putting it back to right, and then starting the car 50 times. And I was like, this sounds like voodoo magic. I'm not doing
that
this.
is. That's some Homer Simpson stuff there.
Yeah. It was like, well, either your ECU resets or your car's on fire. One of the two options.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to drive it around some more.
Yeah.
And then I don't know what to do.
I'm fortunate. I live in Maryland on the Eastern Shore where we don't believe in emissions testing.
Yeah, we've had this conversation.
Yeah, I know. I've seen so many historic plates recently, and I just want to rage.
So, I looked into that in Delaware. I'm not judging your state.
Judge away.
You can get historic tags in Delaware, right?
Okay.
But there specifically says this is not for normal transportation vehicles. This is only for using around, like, going to shows and stuff.
Yeah.
Is this all you're allowed to do with a historic plate? You're not allowed to.
That's what I thought Maryland was.
Right. But in Maryland, you guys just drive around with them all the time.
Yeah.
Because I was like, well, my Jeep might be close to historic. But then I saw that you can't use it for driving around. Not going to do that. Because I think then I can skip emissions.
Yes. Yeah. Historic does let you skip emissions.
Yeah. Which is annoying because I've passed everything else except this stupid test that's only based on because of the fact I didn't drive the car.
Yeah. That's where they stick that like 5-foot wand up the tailpipe, and
they don't do that anymore.
Oh, really?
Nah, well,
they just got some guy back there. Yep, that smells good.
I think they're checking to make sure your catalytic converter is working.
Okay.
Because the wand was back before catalytic converters, because that's how I remember it.
Okay.
I think that's what's going on.
It's the Cadillac converter, right?
What?
You never heard people call it the Cadillac converter?
Turn your car into a Cadillac?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's been real fun, this process.
You do still have a Cadillac converter, right? Nobody stole it.
No, it's still there. Okay. Yeah, it's literally the computer's failing because it's not resetting. Which Jeeps shouldn't have computers. Jeeps.
Yeah, no. So I explained to the kids my first Jeep. It was one of the first Jeeps that had like the chip in the key that would it would recognize itself, but sometimes it wouldn't. So I would have to pop the hood, which is easy on a Jeep, but disconnect the battery, wait 5 minutes, reconnect the battery, it would fire right up. I'm like, I should not have to do this.
Yeah, that's annoying.
And then I asked the dealer, I was like, can I just cut the chip off? And they're like, oh no, then it'll never start. Okay.
Yeah. Well, my fancy dancy car is some reason resetting its Bluetooth all the time.
Oh, that's annoying.
So like I'll just be like driving, listening to a podcast, and my Bluetooth will kick out.
Huh.
And then I have to like let it sit there and go through its connection failed thing until it repicks up. And I'm like, it's covered because I actually paid to have because it's a hybrid. I was like, cover all the electronics. How much is that going to cost me?
Yeah.
And we did it. But it's just like annoying, like to go up there and be like, my Bluetooth's not working. Can you fix it?
Yeah, but like you said, you paid for it. I mean,
I did pay for it.
Send Sherry.
Yeah. It's more the inconvenience of the entire thing.
Yeah, because that's the thing. You take it in there for something like that, and they're like, okay. And then like 4 hours later.
4 hours? So you look at your car in 4 hours.
You're sitting there in that crappy little lounge they have.
Luckily, I can walk to the service center. So I just
that's nice.
Drive it up there, walk home.
Yeah. Oh, I couldn't get my phone out fast enough the other day. I was at a stoplight, so I was going to take a picture. But the vehicle in front of me in West Ocean City had Matt Slap Auto license plate rocker.
Nice.
I said, look at that. That's a quality car there. And my wife's like, what the hell are you talking about?
I have two vehicles. Well, I own one vehicle now that's Matt Slap. Yeah. Matt Slap.
Yep.
Yeah. Which I hate. Take that crap off my car.
Yeah.
I bought the car. I'm not advertising for you.
I think we had a rant about that one time.
We definitely have had a rant about that. Yeah. Though I still, Matt Slap is a good place to go.
Yeah. So my oldest is now a legal driver.
Oof.
Yeah.
It's a stabbing pain.
Yeah. Got her vehicle Sunday.
What's got vehicle?
Yeah, it's my mother-in-law's old car.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's a Nissan Rogue.
That's a nice car.
Yeah, it's a 16, 15, something like that. But, yeah. But she's got her little sticker. She got a Deep Creek Bear sticker on the back or whatever. And first thing she did was she took off, my father-in-law had left his Washington Nationals license plate rocker around it. She was like, I'm not rocking the Nationals. No. So he's like, oh, you can leave that on there. She's like, no. So, yeah.
It is weird to think. So my first car was an 89 Fox. So I hit 16 in 96?
So yeah, it's
right?
80. So yeah, 7-8-year-old car?
7-8-year-old car. But like, I'm picturing my 7-8-year-old car, which was a beater, crappy ass Fox, versus your daughter's 7-8-year-old car, which is probably a very nice Nissan Rogue.
Well,
all the bells and whistles.
Well, it's not all the bells and whistles, but I mean, she does have Bluetooth for her phone and all that.
My
kind of stuff.
car barely had a radio.
Oh yeah. No, my first car didn't have a radio. I had to put one in.
My first car didn't have radio long because someone decided that they wanted it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but I just think of like the cars.
Oh yeah.
From the 80s and how crappy they were and how crappy they held up.
Yeah, I had an 84 Honda Accord hatchback that had the metal grill thing on the back window.
Yes, that makes it go faster.
Oh yeah, it made me go so much faster.
Yeah, it's just I feel like those cars just didn't hold up. They looked like crap. No. And so when we got them, like my parents, I'm fairly certain were like, he's going to hit like 12 buildings with this thing. So who cares?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The body looks like crap.
Yeah.
My dad kept it in good shape, but it still looked like crap after 7 years.
Well, that's it.
Yeah.
Well, because the paint back then did not hold up at all.
No. And now, like, kids are getting 8-year-old cars. They're like, I would still drive that car.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. What's when I went to the insurance company that, add her to the policy and the vehicle and everything. And they're like, and what will your daughter be driving? I was like, well, we're going to go pick up her car. It's a 2023 convertible Corvette. And she was like, you're getting her a Corvette? I was like, no, I'm not getting her a Corvette. Do you think I'm stupid? Our insurance is probably already going to double.
Probably. I remember my insurance when I was a kid. It was $250 a month. It was rough.
It's about the same now, I think.
Yeah. Well, I was a boy, and I had my first year.
I explained to Rhea, I was like, girls are cheaper.
Yeah.
She's like, this is one time I will allow the disparity between sexes.
Oh, see, that's some bullshit. That's what that always works out.
Yeah.
Get your ass a job. Start paying for the insurance.
She has a job.
You get that gas money.
Yeah. We're going to help out with the insurance, but she knows she has to take care of most of the gas.
Yeah.
So.
Wait until you go get an oil change. That's $80.
Yeah. No, it shouldn't be. Like $50.
Well, I pay $70 for my car.
Place I go, well, for Sarah's car, because it's all new and fancy, it's like, she's got to get the synthetic oil and all, so it's like $90. My Jeep's like 40, 45.
Well, all I do is synthetic oil. High mileage.
Yeah.
Driving around a lot.
Yeah.
For no good reason.
Yeah. Well, the synthetic oil, luckily, to recycle it, you just pour it in the grass, right?
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's what they do eventually.
Yeah.
As long as it's not my grass.
You just pour it on your driveway, and that's how you freshen up your driveway every year.
Keep it nice and black.
Yeah, some nice burnt oil.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's a good smell.
I mean, every time I go to change the oil in a Jeep, I do end up pouring it on the driveway by accident.
Oh, yeah. You can't change the oil in a vehicle without spilling some.
No.
It's physically impossible.
You're almost guaranteed that you're going to take the oil off and drop it into the oil pan and splatter oil everywhere.
Yep.
It's always fun.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Or you would get the oil filter that was seized on there, and you had to drive a screwdriver through it to spin it off.
Yeah.
That's always fun.
It's always fun.
Yeah.
Or you buy a Subaru, and they put the oil filter in the most uncomfortable position to get to in the world.
Yeah. There are some vehicles, it's nice. It's like there's a little recess by the oil pan. Oh, look, there's the oil filter.
Right.
Then there's the other ones that it's on the top left of the motor block that you've got to take this hose off and reach underneath. And
yeah, the Subaru
you have to be Mr. Fantastic.
Is literally in basically the center of the engine block.
That makes sense.
And it's like I'm reaching my hand through and pull it. It's a nightmare.
Sure, you got small hands.
The Subaru also, the first Subaru I had, I don't think it's the same one. This one, the headlights, you had to take the fenders off, the little cover, the little plastic cover over the wheel well.
You don't remember that at headquarters that night where I got my arm stuck in your car?
Yes, I know.
Yeah, that was fun times.
Freaking stupid ass car.
God. Yeah, what's Truett doing? Oh, he's stuck in Ron's car. What?
Yeah, let's leave him there. It's happened.
Yeah.
Good old days of the firehouse where you just break your car in the middle of the highway at the station, be like, well, I might be able to get it fixed by the end of the shift.
Yeah.
Don't do that anymore.
No. It's a rare event you see somebody wash a vehicle at the firehouse anymore.
I tried. Every time I try to wash my car,
that's the way it goes. Yeah.
Freaking running calls.
Yep.
Yeah. Barely get the equipment checked.
I know.
It's crazy how one call at 7:04 in the morning just ruins the whole day.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you're like, oh God, it's noon and we haven't gotten the second piece of equipment checked.
Right.
We were Tuesday last week. I think we got done daily duties at 4:00 in the afternoon.
Oof.
I was like, I'm sorry guys. I apologize.
Between calls and meetings and Yeah.
Meetings that could be an email.
Yeah. I
All
wish we had a training day. We're getting to the point where we're so busy, we really need to reevaluate it.
Sure. I agree.
So,
can we do it after I retire?
yeah. Yes. We'll see what Wes says in the fall.
Yeah, let's see what Wes says. Because, yeah, I don't need more days at work.
Yeah.
I need overall less days at work.
Yeah.
It's terrible to say.
I'd say I gotta check my paycheck next week. I should be getting 16 hours a week or a pay period now of leave.
Should. Yeah.
Maxed out.
Old man.
Yeah. Still waiting on my 20-year pin. Still waiting on my hand. I just want a handshake.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah. The deputy chief. Well, I said congratulations. I was like, yeah, after I prompted you.
Right. I mean, I'll shake your hand, but I don't think that really means anything.
It means a lot.
Well, not in this instance.
Yeah. I will say that young man who's supposed to start with us soon, he's got a firm handshake.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. I was like, my hand hurts now. It's like, you don't have to break somebody's hand, son.
He's excited.
Yeah, he was. He was. A lot of yes, sirs. Nice to meet you, sir. Thank you, sir. Have a good day. And as he walked away, have a good day, gents. And DJ and I looked at each other like, who's he talking to?
Now we get to do the who's getting him poll.
Yeah.
Everybody fight.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because I think everybody's down now.
Yeah. Well, A shift doesn't, they don't need him because they've got one in the wings. So.
Oh. I think everybody has one in the wings.
You guys don't, do you?
Yep, we do.
Who's in class?
Nyla?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Crap, forgot about her. Yeah, okay. Yeah, everybody does have one in the wings.
I think we're the shortest, but
yeah,
it never works out for us.
This might be D Shift's turn.
It's never D Shift's turn. They always do the hiring process on D Shift, and now you're always doing the marathon on D Shift. It's never our turn.
Yeah.
I feel like that's it's Thanksgiving on D Shift for like 30 years. Oh
my gosh, yeah. I remember I worked every Thanksgiving for like 4 or 5 years. It was like, come on.
I think this is our last Thanksgiving. We've done it. This will be our 5th Thanksgiving D Shift's worked.
Which should, because next year is a leap year.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So
I think next year it finally resets off of us.
Yeah.
So this year we have Christmas and Thanksgiving.
Ooh.
And then next year we don't have either.
Okay.
Which would be nice.
Yeah. But you'll probably end up working, like Groundhog Day or something.
Yeah. It's fine. I like working Groundhog Day. Just watch the movie Groundhog Day all day.
Yeah.
But Thanksgiving 5 years in a row that's a rough ask for everybody.
Yeah.
And I'm a jerk because I don't work it. I'm like, I give you guys Christmas, I give you guys Easter, I give you guys pretty thing. I'm not working St. Patrick's Day, and I'm not working Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Been here 19 years, for God's sakes.
Speaking of St. Patrick's, did you hear about the new college fad?
Oh, God.
The Borg. The Black Outrage Gallon.
Oh, God.
They're taking gallon jugs.
Okay.
Dumping.
Is this the blue thing?
It might be. I don't know, but it's vodka, Pedialyte, and Mio.
I did see this. I didn't look into it.
Well, University of Massachusetts transported like 28 students in 30 hours or something crazy like that.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
Well,
it's like, what? Why? It's like, a few years ago when they were all butt chugging.
Yeah.
It's like,
just
kids,
calm down.
Yeah.
Just enjoy alcohol responsibly.
Moderation.
Yeah. Look, you can even get drunk. I don't care that you're getting drunk.
Yeah.
I do hate when they call 911 for it.
Right.
But I don't care when you get drunk. Just, you don't need to get drunk in 3 seconds, people.
Yeah, well, there's that. And I mean, when we were young and dumb, I don't remember look, I had some friends, and I was the same way, that pretty bad off some nights. We never called an ambulance. We would put the person in the bathtub or knock on their door, leave them on their doorstep and run.
I never, and I've been drunk a lot, never had the ambulance called for me.
Yeah.
I've never had called the ambulance for any of my friends. However, when I was in high school, one of my friends did get alcohol poisoning and had to go to the hospital.
Oof.
It was like my last day of my medic rotation for my EMT card.
Okay.
And I had to, but I was a minor, so I had to leave at midnight. So it was New Year's Eve. I left at midnight. Like 4 minutes later, they go to my friend's house and pick him up because he's got alcohol poisoning.
Jeez.
Yeah. It was an event.
Yeah, that's not fun.
Yeah. Luckily, I didn't have to go.
Oh yeah, that's a good thing.
Yeah. It was. I was so young and dumb and stupid. I was like, I'm gonna do a shift on New Year's Eve. It's gonna be my last shift I gotta do. We're gonna run our nuts off. But of course, you don't run your nuts off because
everybody's still doing everything.
Everybody's still partying. But I was stupid. And I was like, I'm gonna see some cool crap. Yeah. I'm sure they did a lot of cool crap after I left.
Oh yeah. Well, it seems like any student, like the minute they walk away, the clouds part and evil just reigns.
There was one student who rode when I was still riding regularly on the ambulance, who rode with us, and I was like, "You're the greatest person I've ever met, and I want you to work here permanently." Because I don't think we went on a single call every time they rode with us.
Wow.
And he was getting frustrated, rightfully so. He's like,
"Yeah,
you guys are the busiest around. What's going on?" I'm like, "I don't know what's going on, but I love it."
Yeah.
Because all the people who've been around for a while are like, this is the greatest break of all time. And of course, the poor student's like, I just want to go on calls. Yeah. But it's fun.
Yeah.
It seems like every time we have a student or anytime a politician wants to ride an ambulance.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Shut down.
We get shut down.
Yep. Yeah. I think it's like that everywhere. But
one day I'm going to allow the mayor to ride the fire engine. I hear about his fire service career. I mean, he'll probably enjoy it.
Yeah. Mr. Burns.
My buddy's department, the mayor for his town regularly rides the fire equipment.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Just to, like, be out among the people?
Yep. Just regularly rides on he'll do like one shift a month.
Wow.
Right. I don't know. This was a while ago, so it could be a different mayor at this point. But like he would make the shift dinner and everything.
Nice.
Like, man, must be nice. Wish politicians were more involved in that kind of stuff. You should know what's going on your fire service and go ride with the wastewater guys and ride,
Yeah.
See what they're doing.
Yeah. Be a garbage man for a day.
Yeah. Be a garbage man for a day and they'll be like, I think those guys need a raise.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I always think those guys need a raise.
Oh yeah. God, I tell you.
And our garbage men are real garbage men, not like your city garbage men.
Right.
Because our garbage men have to ride the back of the damn thing and pick up the garbage.
Yeah. Yeah, that's here in Fruitland, that's what they do. Yeah. Yeah.
I just don't, like, always like, it's 12 degrees, it's 2 o'clock, it's, 5 o'clock in the morning, it's snowing, they're still out there doing it.
Yeah. Or it's, middle of August, it's 120 degrees, and trash doesn't smell good in the heat.
Does not smell good in heat.
Yeah. They're joking with each other, and I'm always like, I'll leave some water out or something.
Yeah, I'm bad about it. I'll leave stuff out.
I don't do it all the
Christmas,
time. I should.
Yeah, I should be better about it. Because man, it's a tough job.
Yeah.
Poor bastards.
Yeah.
Well, topic 1.
Yeah, let's go into topic 1.
Topic 1 is almost kind of related to your board conversation, weirdly.
Okay.
I wanted to talk about this new drug, xylazine.
Oh yeah,
the quote
xylazine,
zombie drug or trank. It's supposedly hit. I guess it was hit the mainstream news in Philly. and this is spreading into Maryland and other places now.
Oh, it's no, yeah. I was just listening to you intently.
Sometimes I wonder if I lost you.
No. It's just everybody else checking their Zune.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, so it's weird. We go through these phases in EMS where a new drug, like what was the other one, crocodile?
Oh yeah, the Waka Flocka or whatever.
Yeah, they seem to hit the street, do a lot of damage, and then move on.
Yeah.
Which I have a side tangent to all this when we get past there. But so for those who don't know, it's basically a tranquilizer.
It's an animal tranquilizer.
It's an animal tranquilizer. Well, we're all animals.
Yeah, well.
Yeah. I don't know its what I don't know what it antagonizes.
Well, I know it slows down healing also.
Yes. Well, I think that's one of the problems with it is people are injecting it and it is rotting their skin, right?
Oh yeah.
Let me look up.
And so I was trying to see what. I know you can order it pretty easily.
Good.
Yeah.
It's a non-narcotic sedative.
Yep.
And muscle relaxant. It's an injection.
Mm-hmm. There we go. Xylazine pharmacokinetics.
It's used for mule deer and elk.
Oh yeah, I mean that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Hydrogen chloride. No, that's not what I wanted. It's eliminated mainly by urine.
That's fine.
Yeah. There's the chemical chain of it. Nice. Cast number.
Sorry, folks, we're doing the research. We should have done the research.
Yeah. No, they enjoy this kind of stuff. Most notably under the Bayer brand name Rompin. Drug interactions vary with different animals. Oh, there you go. It's an alpha-2 adrenergic receptor agonist.
There you go.
All right.
So, I would say for one of our problems for EMS, it's Narcan's not going to work on it.
Yeah. Oh, it's lipophilic? Yeah. It directly stimulates central alpha-2 receptors as well as peripheral alpha adrenoceptors in a variety of tissues. As an agonist, leads to decrease in neurotransmission of norepinephrine and dopamine in the central nervous system. It does so by mimicking norepinephrine and binding to presynaptic surface autoreceptors, which leads to feedback inhibition. Oh, so that's nice. So it just blocks things and acts like it's supposed to be doing something when it doesn't.
Yeah, apparently it lowers skin oxygenation, and that's what the problem with the healing of wounds.
Yeah. Well, it makes sense. If it's slowing down the norepi uptake, then the cells are just kind of like, whatever.
Yeah. Duration of symptoms of a human overdose, 8 to 72 hours. Wow.
Yeah, I was in a, what was it? The local opiate overdose fatality review meeting. It was like last month or maybe the month before, and they were talking about xylazine because they said that the local health department now can test for what's in the drug, so people know what they're getting, I guess.
Sure.
And yeah, they were like, yeah, there's this xylazine. I was like, yeah, I've heard about it. I read a couple articles. Like, yeah, well, luckily it's pretty hard to get. And I was like, on my phone, I was like, how much do you want? And they're like, are you on? And the one girl was like, are you on the dark web? I was like, no, I'm on petmeds.com. How much do you want?
Yeah.
She's like, I was like, seriously, I can order it by the gallon almost. But the funny thing before you get back, when they were talking about that, they had this chart, and it was like all the, like drug one and what was in it, and there's, heroin and fentanyl and xylazine and all this. This one poor guy, his drug came back. It had Benadryl and Lipitor. Yeah. Yep. I was like, oh, well, that's good. I was like, well, so he'll be sleepy and won't have cholesterol problems.
Yeah, cholesterol will be fixed.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Yeah. But again, when the lack of knowledge, some of them were like, Lapitor, what is that? It sounds like some crazy robot.
Yeah, I would say the problem coming at it from the shop side of it, from the EMS side of it, is there's really nothing we have as an antidote.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, the BVM. We can bag them. That's it.
That we are going to treat the symptoms of it.
Yeah.
We're not going to reverse the effects of it.
Yeah, no, it's one of those that's got to be ridden out.
Yeah. So, for people who are listening to this and freaking out, like, oh my God, what happens if I run into somebody with iodine? Well, basically, you're going to treat the symptoms and take them to the hospital.
Right.
They're going to need to get a lot of fluids, probably flush out of the system as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
I would not say, I'm not recommending anybody give fluids for a xylazine overdose, because that's not, unless they are hypertensive, which is one of the side effects.
Yeah. You can give tolazine as an antidote. We don't carry that. Yeah. The hospital might.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's part of the problem also is, there's this widespread belief that, well, Narcan will fix it. So they give Narcan, the person's just laying there, and the Narcan's going to fix it. Well, yeah, if you don't support the respirations, that's not going to work. But if they've got this in their system that's depressing them even more, then you definitely aren't going to get ahead of the game.
I think as a service, we have done a poor, and this is not just EMS, but this is a public health service. We've done a poor job of really explaining Narcan.
Oh, yeah.
Because I think police officers are under the assumption that we're just going to give Narcan to everybody and they're going to be fine.
Right.
Because I've seen police officers give 12 milligrams of Narcan to a person.
Where it's dumping out of them when we arrive.
Right. And
I've seen them hold someone down. I'm going to give you Narcan. It's like, that's not how that works.
Right. This is not what this is for. We had this idea that we were just going to flood the market with Narcan, then we're going to reduce overdoses.
Yeah.
Well, no, we're still going to have the overdoses, and all we've really done is we've made Narcan into this magic bullet that once it starts to fail us, people are going to lose confidence.
Right. Yeah.
It's a problem.
Explaining to somebody that, well, the good thing is Narcan, doesn't have any bad side effects. So it's like, Narcan can have some really bad side effects. As if the person is on like a high stimulant or cocaine, it can actually cause flash pulmonary edema. And I mean, that's not good.
Yeah. Not only that, it's the idea that Narcan works the same on everybody with the same drug that's just not how it works. Certain people we've had to give multiple doses of Narcan to get any effects out of.
Oh, yeah.
When we started giving Narcan, remember we said, give a 1/4 milligram.
Yeah.
Just see what it does with a 1/4 milligram. Now we're slamming. I would never give less than 1 milligram these days.
Yeah.
And most people are probably just giving the full 2.
Right.
And right, wrong, or indifferent, I think that's just how the service has changed its attitudes toward Narcan.
Yeah.
We used to be much more reticent maybe to give Narcan.
Yeah.
The idea was we were going to give just enough Narcan,
right,
to get them to a certain point, but that's just not the way it works anymore.
I think we need to get back to that.
I mean, we could self-police ourselves to get back to that.
Yeah, maybe. That's what I'm saying. But yeah, the public and police and everybody else. Yeah.
John Q. Public's just giving the Narcan.
Right. Yeah. I think EMS, at least for us, is kind of with some other things going back that way. Like, we're not giving D50 anymore. We're giving D10 over a slower time to ease their body up instead of just slamming, concentrated sugar into somebody.
Sure.
So,
yeah. We are EMS providers. We want instant gratification, right? We want to, we did this, they're fixed. And we all knew ultimately we weren't fixing anything. We were just taking away some symptoms.
Right.
But I think the Narcan problem, at least in my experience, is now the users have said, "Oh well, you've given me Narcan, I'm fine," and we can never win the argument of, "Well, you're not fine." You still have the drug in your system.
Yeah.
We don't know how much of the drug you have in the system. We don't know what. I can't do pharmacokinetics here in the back of my ambulance. We've had one of my providers came up the other day and said someone stopped them at the Wawa and asked them if we could give them Narcan.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm. And they said, no, you can go to the health department, but that's not how this works.
Right.
But that's how, that's what the public perception is now, is Narcan is just the answer to all this stuff. And I think a lot of kids who might be doing these drugs saying, oh, well, we got Narcan, we got this solved. Well, you mess with the xylazine, or you mess with crocodile, or you mess with, Molly. I think Molly's kind of died out.
Yeah.
Seemingly.
Yeah, you don't hear about it as much.
Yeah. That stuff could really mess you up.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Maybe people are like, oh yeah, it just makes you happy and lovey. It does a lot more than that.
Yeah, it's also, literally frying your brain from temperatures.
Yeah. Well, and I think that's part of the problem also, like with, the narcotics and all, it's, oh yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, but there was a period of time where you weren't breathing adequately, and that causes some, anoxic brain injury.
Yeah.
And over time, that turns you into a vegetable.
Yeah, we literally don't know how long you were hypoxic.
Yeah.
Right. We get here, you're hypoxic. We give you, which we used to go right to ventilatory support, and now we jump right to Narcan, which we should still be doing the ventilatory support.
Oh yeah.
But then you get the families just give them the Narcan. It's like, well, hold on.
Yeah.
They need oxygen. It's the step one of all this process.
Right.
Is they need oxygen. And I think people don't understand that. I know they don't understand what's really happening in their body.
Yeah.
When you become hypoxic.
Right. Yeah.
It's real bad for you.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's not like, holding your breath and you just take a deep breath. It's not how that works.
That's why we don't let drowning victims just like walk off.
Yeah.
Try to get them to a hospital where they can be evaluated.
Yeah.
It's a problem.
It is.
But my side tangent to all this.
Yes.
As I do, I watch C-SPAN way too much.
Okay.
Because I like to watch how our congressmen act and talk.
Yeah.
This is not a good one. One of our congresspeople, I'm not going to say who because I don't remember his name because I don't care that much.
Was it local?
No. This was a U.S. Congress.
No, but I'm saying, was it like from Maryland, Delaware?
No, wasn't a Maryland, Delaware person.
Okay.
Was offended that people were calling it overdoses. They're really specifically talking about fentanyl.
Yeah.
About how fentanyl is causing problems with overdoses. Obviously, we're in the middle of an opioid crisis, and fentanyl's not helping. And this congressperson wanted to say, stop calling it overdose. It's a poisoning. These people are being poisoned against their will with fentanyl. And I really took a lot of umbrage to this. I tried to think about their point of view. Was that, I guess you could make the argument that most of these people are not buying fentanyl.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
But they're taking my argument is they're taking it.
Right. Yeah.
And
they're going into it knowing that their, recreational street pharmacist doesn't have a label on the back of whatever packet that says, oh, this, thing of dope contains X amount of heroin, X amount of fentanyl, and some xylazine. Yeah.
Right. My other argument against it is fentanyl's not in the heroin because it's cheap.
Right.
Fentanyl's in the heroin because it has such a very quick acting effect.
Yeah.
So people get high quicker and they enjoy their high longer.
Right.
Like, it's probably cheaper. I don't know for a fact. I'm not really into the economics of street drugs, but it's probably cheaper to go with other things that don't have fentanyl.
Oh, I'm sure.
but it seems like the users want the fentanyl.
Yeah.
So it's not a poisoning.
Right.
It's an overdose of a drug that they're taking.
Yeah. Yeah, and especially because, like fentanyl, there is a legitimate dose of that.
Yes. Well, technically, there's a legitimate dose of heroin.
Oh, yeah.
We
because,
used to prescribe
Bayer
heroin
used
for
to.
things.
Yeah. Bayer heroin was. Yeah. Well,
It-
heroin was, they started using it because they hoped it would be a less addictive form of morphine. So, and that did not work out.
I thought that was the other way around.
No, I think it was heroin.
But forever, whatever ways.
Yeah.
It was
laudanum.
There was a legitimate reason for using it. There was a dosage for heroin. Now, that dosage was probably based on no real science. But regardless, I think this idea that they're weaponizing, this is the congressperson's real point was, this is a attack on our people. That's not the way to answer this opioid crisis, I would say. This is an attack. This isn't. If you want to make the argument that drug cartels are attacking our people, that means you want to send soldiers in to defeat them. The answer to this problem is easier access to cleaner drugs.
Yeah.
Stop putting your head in the sand saying people are going to, just like prohibition didn't work.
Yeah.
And just like the war on drugs has not worked.
Oh my gosh, no.
The answer is not bury our heads in the sand and say people aren't going to do the drugs, because they're going to do drugs.
Yeah.
The answer is cleaner, safer environments with regulated drugs. Let them do it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to look at the real answer, the data is very clear. Once you legalize marijuana, most of this stuff goes down.
Yeah.
It's not going to stop, but it goes down.
Can we make the marijuana smell better, though?
Oh, God, I wish so.
It's so bad. The other day, I was in the grocery store, and I was almost gagged.
Yeah, it's real bad.
I was like, golly dang.
I don't...
And if it smells like that on there, can you imagine what it tastes like going in? Ugh.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
Ugh.
I think that's why edibles are the way to go.
Yeah.
I guess they don't smell as bad. But people are like, it doesn't smell better. Like, look, I'm on your side. I want to be your ally. But you got to admit, it smells terrible.
Yeah, you smell like a burnt dog turd.
Yeah, it smells real bad.
I mean, there was one day I honestly looked at my shoe. I was like, did I step in crap? And I realized, no, it was the person standing next to me.
Yeah. I mean, I just can't tell if I hit a skunk or not.
Yeah.
Whenever you're driving around, it's just...
Oh, yeah.
And look, again, I think for ethical reasons, I have to point out, marijuana is not without its own risks and dangers.
Oh, yeah.
I've always hated the pro-marijuana argument of, it's safer than X. It might be safer than X, but it doesn't mean it's safe.
Right.
There are still downsides to all of this stuff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, it's not good for your lungs. It's not, and it's not this magical thing that, like you said, just fixes everything. No. There are still issues with it.
A lot of arguments about pre-25-year-olds using it, and there's a lot of arguments about brain plasticity and all of those things about marijuana that haven't really. But that's the thing people don't understand is when somebody tells you something about marijuana, they're probably making it up, because this stuff wasn't studied by real scientists until like the last 10 years.
Right.
It was illegal.
It was quote unquote studies.
Right. But it was like illegal for real universities and real labs to study this stuff. So it's not, the information is just now getting to us about it.
Yeah.
So be cognizant of that before you make decisions of, but again, I drink alcohol. I'm fully aware that alcohol is not good for you.
Right.
Doesn't mean don't do it, but moderation.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I mean, cheeseburger's bad for you. Moderation.
Oh, cheeseburger.
Pizza's definitely bad for you.
No, pizza's delightful.
It's delightful. Definitely bad for you.
No.
Can't live off salads alone.
Pizza's good. It's flour and tomatoes and milk.
Cheese.
Well, I mean, that's what makes the
cheese. And then the processed meats, cured meats.
Yeah. I'm not saying eat it every day.
I'm not saying don't eat it. I'm just saying be aware of the risks of it.
Yeah, side tangent. How's the pizza taste of?
So we got a couple more places added.
Okay.
We think we have a solid number 2.
Wow.
In the city.
Okay.
Nothing has even come close to dethroning the number 1. DiPietro's is still number 1. Mayabella's has solidly taken number 2.
Oh yeah, I'll give him that.
There is a new Indian pizza place that just opened up. Yeah.
Huh.
Called Desi Pizza. We haven't tried it yet. This is not an endorsement.
No, where is that?
At the Twilly Center?
I have to try it.
I think.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah, I kind of want to try it too.
Yeah.
But we haven't tried it yet. It's on the list.
Yeah.
But we did get Mayabella's the other day, and it was delightful.
Yeah.
Mayabella's is solidly second place.
Yep. I concur. So, yeah. Sorry I derailed your topic. But,
that's fine. My topic was petering out. I just wanted to not rant.
But I mean, I'm like you. I want people to understand that, yeah, sometimes there isn't a magic fix, and you got to support things, and if you're struggling with something, get the help that's out there. There's resources. There's all kinds of stuff for you.
I think one of the other important things to know is you can't make somebody else stop.
No.
They're not going to stop until they want to stop.
Yeah.
You can.
And sometimes that person has to hit rock bottom a couple times.
Yeah.
It's hard on everybody around them. And it's tough on folks.
And sometimes it seems like the worst thing you can do is support them. Sometimes you have to, let them hit that rock bottom.
Yeah.
Because
otherwise, that's the support they need sometimes.
Sometimes that's the answer.
Yeah.
That's what professional drug counselors are for.
Yeah.
There are professionals in this industry. Don't come to me for advice.
Right.
But seek out real help.
Yeah.
There's an international hotline for it now.
Yeah, there's Narcanon and all that.
Yeah. There's all kinds of options out there if you need help.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Topic 2?
All right, topic 2. Did you watch the first episode of The Mandalorian?
I did.
Season 3.
I did.
So I was just going to say, what do you want to see from The Mandalorian this season? What do you want, and what do you think we're going to see?
What do I think we're going to see? I think he's going to shatter the death cult and bring the Mandalorians back together.
I think so too.
Okay.
Well, because even like when he was talking to Bo, spoilers for episode 1 of season 3. I mean, by now you should watch episode 2. But
wait, episode 2 doesn't come out till tomorrow.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. By the time this publishes,
true, fair, good point.
We're talking in the future,
future
from the
time.
past.
You're right.
Yeah. But at the end, when he was talking to Bo, he was like, she's like, you guys are a cult and this and that. And he's like, well, I'm going to Mandalore. She's like, oh, with all the poison. He's like, so you do believe.
Right.
So you do believe the stories. So it's, him trying to rationalize it and everything. But I think we're seeing that Din is growing a little bit. I mean, he cracked a joke, for God's sake. So.
Do you think, well, first I'd answer the question. How old is Bo-Katan?
Oh my gosh. I don't know.
She's got to be pretty old, right?
Yeah, that's...
Because she's in the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
And
Mandalorian... So she was, let's say, 25 in the Clone Wars, maybe?
Sure, let's say she's 25 in the Clone Wars.
Okay.
And it's like early Clone Wars, because it's like early Clone Wars. So let's say she's 50s now?
Yeah, she's got to be.
She's looking pretty good for 50.
Yeah. Good old Katie Sackhoff.
The fact that there was a Mandalore castle was interesting to me in that.
Oh, that was in the Clone Wars.
Well, I know there was in the Clone Wars, but the fact that it's still around
was
interesting to me.
Yeah. And R5 was there with her.
Yes.
Yeah, which I think that's going to be something too.
Could be.
I don't think IG-11 is going to get fixed.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think it's going to be. I think R5 will be his next. He'll be the droid he has to trust or something.
But yeah, my hope for it is that they do something with the Mandalorians, like bring the Mandalorians back together.
Oh yeah,
because clearly they're everywhere.
Yeah,
and boy, do they suck. Boy, do the Death Cult guys suck.
well, my whole thing was like they're trying to fight this thing. I was like, run. Just run.
You all have jetpacks.
Yeah.
What is going on?
Yeah, just run. Although I will say, when the episode started, I thought it was a flashback to Din.
That's what I thought.
Yep. And then I was looking. I was like, okay, there's the armor, and the last time we saw the armor, they were like sequestered away and all that. And now, yeah, I was like, okay, there's Heavy, there's that, and I was like, okay, this must be Din, and then nope.
And also, how many times does she have to remake the helmet for the young ones? Because kids grow like crazy.
Yeah, right?
So are you remaking a helmet like every 6 months?
Maybe they just pass it down. No, you're right. Yeah, because she made it fresh.
Yeah, made it fresh for him. You watch the beginning of the episode, she's making his helmet.
Yeah.
Which also makes me think that Beskar is not as rare as they're making it out to be.
Right. Well, is it all Beskar?
Yeah, it's all Beskar. It has to be Beskar.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
It's not Mandalorian armor for Beskar.
Yeah.
You think the Death Cult's going to be like, we're going to use something else. We use aluminum.
No. Use aluminum.
This got to be Beskar.
Yeah. Well, that's the hippie cult.
Yeah.
Get these aluminum helmets, man.
But it's just like crazy. I was like,
yeah,
she's got to remake that helmet like every 6 months.
Well, and the whole, you never take your helmet off. Well, he's got to take it off because his head's going to grow.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's a conundrum there.
And I thought it was you don't take your helmet off in the company of strangers.
That's what I thought. I don't know. Well, like you said, the whole Death Watch, they're weird.
Yeah, they're weird. They're definitely weird.
Yeah.
And when he went back to them, I was like, why?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you're now a clan of 2.
Right. Yeah. Kicked you out, bud.
Yeah. Yeah. Are they going to shove a little helmet on Grogu?
Well, he's got armor.
Yeah. He does. That's right.
Does have armor. I'm pretty sure we'll see that come into play.
Yeah, we've got to.
Yeah.
I like that. He's in his Grogu's 56 ish, somewhere around there.
We don't know exactly,
but he's in his 50s because
sure.
Yeah,
we know that he was a youngling at the destruction of the Jedi Temple.
Right. At what point does his species start talking?
We don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
Yoda's
is his first word going to be Dada?
Like Yoda's supposed to be like 800 years old.
Yeah.
At the Galactic Empire's end.
Right.
He's supposed to be like 800 or 900 years old. So, it could be a while.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem to have grown very much.
No.
It felt like there was a big time jump from season 2 to season 3. Like, there felt like there was
2 years.
Like a big time jump, but they didn't really say that.
Well, so Favreau said there's 1 to 2 years gap. And that allows for the gap in Book of Boba Fett that Grogu was with Luke to be like half a year. So that's the thing. We don't know how much training he really got with Luke. We only saw part of it. And then, yeah.
Right. I mean, I feel like he's going to have to go get Boba Fett into his clan.
Yeah.
I'm assuming.
Maybe.
The new hippy dippy Boba Fett.
Hippy dippy Boba Fett.
And if Boba Fett's not a member of the Death Watch, who is?
Yeah, that's yeah, just the foundlings, I guess, and yeah. And you got some of those foundlings. They weren't just found; they were probably grabbed.
Oh yeah, 100%.
They were snatchlings.
There's definitely snatchlings.
Yeah.
But yeah, Boba Fett's not the Death Watch.
Yeah. I think. Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. Will Din use the dark saber to unite them all? But it doesn't seem like the Death Watch cares two hoots who has the Darksaber, because, I mean, he dueled heavy with it. And
Well, but in the Clone Wars, aren't they fighting to get the Darksaber, Death Watch? Because aren't they living on that moon?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Separate from Mandalore, and they're trying to get the Darksaber?
Right. Well, they're on the moon that Bo was on, right? Wasn't she on the moon?
She was at one point?
No, but I'm saying that's where her little palace was right then, wasn't it?
Oh, no, I think it's a different moon.
Oh, okay.
I think the moon that the Death Watch was on was actually orbiting Mandalore.
Oh, okay.
If I remember correctly.
It's
been a while.
Yeah, that's been a while.
But I think that's correct.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, or maybe he fights Bo and she gets the Darksaber, and
I think she's wore out.
Yeah.
I think her time has passed.
Yeah.
You know, she was. I mean,
she seemed kind of like just giving up. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, her sister was a leader.
Yeah. God, that was such a sad episode.
Yeah. And Bo never really could take over.
Yeah.
Bo couldn't save Mandalore.
Right.
Yeah.
What if Sabine?
Sabine's out there.
God.
If they don't bring Sabine into this, I'm going to be a really unhappy man.
They've got to. They've got to bring Sabine into it, because we've got the whole Ahsoka thing, and we had the Lightspeed whales.
But somebody took the Darksaber from Sabine.
Yeah.
No, she gave it up.
Or did she?
Didn't she give it to Bo? Because she had it.
Yeah.
During Rebels. She got the Darksaber, and doesn't she give it away? Because she doesn't.
Sabine gave the Darksaber to Bo-Katan with the
Yeah.
understanding that she would do everything she could to reunite it. Huh.
Yeah, because Sabine's mom is the head of Clan Ren.
Yes.
And they don't live on Mandalore.
And somehow Moff Gideon got the Darksaber from Bo.
Right.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah. Because Sabine's clan is out there in force still.
Clan Ren, yeah.
Clan Ren's still out there.
Yeah.
Because her brother and sister
right
still out there.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, we saw the whales that took Ezra.
That's what I said.
Yeah. Yep.
Could this
be... as soon as we saw them, I was like, the whales, and the kids are like, what the heck are you talking about?
Well, because all we know is Sabine went off to find Ezra.
Yep.
Sabine and Hera, right? No, Hera
didn't.
It was just Sabine.
Yeah.
And Chopper.
Because if you read the comics, Hera is like hugely pivotal in the Rebel Alliance.
Yeah. Well, she also shows up in The Last Skywalker.
Yeah.
So we know it. Yeah. So Sabine's out there.
Yeah. And
maybe
Ahsoka
Sabine takes the Darksaber.
Is helping her.
What's that?
Ahsoka is helping her some.
Yes.
So, yeah, I think, maybe Sabine will be that good tie into the Ahsoka show.
Right.
So, I could see Sabine getting the Darksaber again.
Yeah.
Huh.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Because now we have a Sabine that's a little bit older.
Yeah. Yeah. God, this show just continues to be such a video game show, though. It's he's like, it's always there's a quest or something that's.
What happened to his spear?
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
As long as you also don't know.
I guess where he figures he's got the Darksaber, he doesn't need a spear anymore.
I guess.
Or wait. No. Was the spear melted down to make Grogu's armor?
Oh.
Was it?
You might be right.
I can't. What happened to
you might be right.
Mando's spear?
And also, that ship has got to be super uncomfortable after about an hour. Like, the Razor Wing.
It was for his armor. Yep.
Okay. The Razor Wing was like a big spacious ship. He probably had a place to lay down.
Yeah.
I was in this little, like, Naboo jet, starfighter.
Right.
Can't be comfortable.
But, I mean, he fell asleep in it. And then I want to know how Grogu, like, crawled down there. And
that's another good question.
Yeah.
So there's a big hole in the back of his seat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that's there's been a lot of people who need to raise your crest back. I don't know. Where he's not, I guess, taking on the huge bounties and having to freeze a bunch of people. He doesn't need that big a ship
also
anymore.
Destroyed.
Yeah.
It's a problem.
Yeah. Big problem. Well, I mean, I'm sure there were other models of that he could get.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But I will say, the first episode was perfect.
Yeah. Yeah. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Carl Weathers.
Yeah.
Got his little droids holding his cape.
Yeah, the little droids holding his cape was amazing.
And the oh god, what are they called?
The little dudes.
Azenans or something.
Yeah, whatever they are.
Azenans. Yeah, he's trying I don't know how Mando crunched himself into there.
Yeah.
But they're like, it's like, they said they can't get it. I got it.
Yeah. No, it was really good. It was a really good episode.
Yeah. Bad baby. Bad baby.
Bad baby. Let him know. I look forward to tomorrow's episode. Unfortunately, I'll be at work, so I can't watch it till Thursday.
Yeah. I probably won't watch it till Thursday either. So
yeah, well, I can't watch it without my wife. It's a rule.
Yeah. And that's the thing. I can't watch it without Brie, and she's got dance.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I'm definitely excited for it. And
yeah, I mean, it's been great.
I wish the Death Watch could fight a little bit better, but
yeah, boys, they suck.
God, they were not good. And it was like, what did you think was going to happen when you fired your little ropes into it?
Yeah, we got him. What?
Yeah, dumb.
Yeah. And also, you didn't know there was a giant alligator dinosaur at the freaking lake that you were saying around?
Right. Yeah, because you've obviously used this lake for this ceremony before.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I guess they did have to move their base, so maybe it's new.
But, yeah. It must not be super hard to find because Mando found them.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
How are they finding this freaking people?
Yeah. One of them still got Mando's number to like, hey, dude, here's where we are.
Yeah, we just moved.
Yeah.
Yeah. They are all over the place.
Yeah.
But still good.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Doesn't matter. All of the things like that, still good.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely enjoy what they do with Star Wars shows.
Yeah, we're finally finishing Andor at the same time.
I haven't finished it.
We're on the last episode. We've been back-to-backing a Mando and an Andor episode.
Okay.
It's good.
Okay.
Got better in the last half than it did the first half.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I need to sit down and watch
Just got to power through
it. Yeah. I started rewatching season 1 of Mandalorian. Yeah. So.
Yeah. I don't do that. I've never done that.
Yeah. There were some things. And the thing is like, I could skip it. Oh, I did like that, what happened to the Marshal, Cara Dune?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she got deployed. She said,
yeah. They snatched her up for the rebellion.
Yeah.
We're like, I want her ass in the fucking Disney anymore.
Yeah.
Wow.
What if, what's his face? The guy who had Boba Fett's armor.
The Marshal?
The Marshal. Yeah, what if, because he didn't die. Cad didn't kill him.
No, because in Boba Fett, you see him in a back to tank.
Right. So what if he could be, what's his face's Marshal?
Could be.
Yeah.
I think he's going to show up in the Book of Boba Fett.
Is there another Book of Boba Fett?
I think there is.
Oh, okay. Maybe. Yeah.
Because remember the last shot of Boba Fett is him in the
that's right.
in the back to tank.
Yeah.
And then that guy's also in a book, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. Look.
Yeah. That's the thing though. If they are leading up to the space whales and Ezra being in this somehow, that means Thrawn's in this.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Yeah. And Thrawn without powers is still scary.
Yeah. He's
Yeah. Genius, general, manipulator, leader. Star Wars is cool.
Yeah, Star Wars is cool.
Well,
he's in Aftermath trilogy.
Oh, is he?
Cobb Vanth. Yeah.
Okay. Cobb Vanth, that's right.
So we know he wasn't dead.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Or wait, Yeah, because this is like right before Aftermath.
No, this has to be before Aftermath. Well,
that's what I said. Yeah, this is before Aftermath.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has to be.
Yeah. I don't know. Time's a flat circle sometimes for Star Wars.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. I'm excited. It's the best time to be a Star Wars fan.
Oh yeah, it continues to be.
They're knocking the shows out of the park.
Yep. Yeah.
Even Mandalorian or Andor not being my favorite is so good.
Yeah. I'll have to go back to it then.
Yeah. I think the tough thing about Andor is just not really vested in the character.
Yeah. Well, you know he's going to die.
Right. Well, he might have survived. What are you talking about?
Okay. Yeah. Planet go boom.
They only fired one pulse.
Yeah.
Well,
that's a good cast of the pod.
Cast of the pod. Yeah. Some of us have to go to bed now because we work in the morning.
You got to work tomorrow. But find us on Discord. Hit us up on Twitter.
CLTro22.
Yep, and
it's the only Twitter account I know.
Yeah. So take care of yourself, folks.
Yep. Be good out there, folks.